going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Bitcoin. I thought it was really compelling. There's a story in the Wall Street Journal today about Beijing's digital currency and how it's taken market share away from Visa. So the story basically says that for decades, Visa was the exclusive electronic payments company for the Olympics. And now at this year's event, Beijing Games, Visa is having to share the spotlight with China's new digital currency. And, you're seeing China and its strategy of rob, replicate, and replace. That's what John Ratcliffe told us about in every industry. And here we have now China pushing back on Bitcoin, coming up with its own digital currency, and it's taking some serious market share away from Visa at the games.
Yeah, I think China's onto something, but I think we should learn something from that. I think actually the criticism of Visa taking money away, I think, is real. Look, the credit cards are expensive, and they're really an inefficient form of a payment mechanism. And I do think there's a lot of validity to the argument that cryptocurrencies, and particularly stable coins, could be a better payment mechanism, especially cross-border, than credit cards. Remember, credit cards were this newfangled device back in the 50s and 60s, and we all got used to it. But the reality is, cryptocurrency transactions are probably more efficient. Now, the question becomes, what should the United States do? Should we just say, no, we're not going to allow it? Or should we say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should think about our own version of a digital currency, which I think has been contemplated. At some point, we got to think about the political implications of who's going to be behind all these digital currencies. And stable coins that are backed by the U.S. dollar, I think, could be a real opportunity for the United States.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have the digital yuan take over at the Olympics. And it takes the place of Visa. And guys, we know this is only the first step for the digital yuan to take the place of the United States as the reserve currency, backed by that digital SDR. And then also, guys, we have Bonnie and Clyde. While they're taking $3.6 billion, they got time to rap and make videos. But guys, we know this is part of the movie. We know we had 2 incidences of $3.6 billion being moved. One incident was directly connected to Bitfinex, and we have heard nothing from those incidents. But when it comes to Bonnie and Clyde, they're perfect for television. But guys, we know they're setting up something much bigger. And then plus Bitcoin. Bitcoin is definitely a commodity. Why is that, guys? It's because Bitcoin is for the robots, algorithms, and drones. Remember, crypto means hidden message. Hidden meaning. You must understand etymology. Because the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over the economy while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
We have the crypto story of all crypto stories. The US Department of Justice seizing about $3.6 billion in Bitcoin, what it calls the largest financial seizure ever. This story is amazing. The crypto tokens were stolen during a 2016 hack of the Bitfinex currency exchange. The Justice Department says it's arrested 2 people. Joining us now is our Asia crypto czar, Joanna Ossinger. Joanna, break down the details for us. What is the significance of this case? It sounds enormous for the DOJ. I've got so many questions.
It is amazing. And of course, keep in mind that the Bitcoin was worth about $71 million in 2016. But of course, crypto has risen so much in price since then that the total amount was $4.5 billion. The Justice Department seized that $3.6 billion. So also what this reminds us is that even though there's a lot of discussion about illicit activities using crypto and nefarious deeds, actually, crypto is somewhat recoverable, say, more so than cash might be, and it's more traceable.
I mean, this is just amazing. You know, she built herself the crocodile of Wall Street. I think we have a picture, so I hope that we can put it up for our viewers. She called herself Razzle Khan, a surrealist artist and rapper with tattooed hands, and boasted that she had more pizzazz than Genghis Khan. I mean, just on that note, I just find it, like, you know, wonderful.
So this was her and her partner, right? And they described the top line of the Bloomberg story is fantastic. They are, to hear the Feds tell it, a Bonnie and Clyde for the crypto age. Just tell us more about this couple. What do we know about them? These are allegations, of course. We should remind our viewers of this. These are still allegations, hasn't gone to court, but this is what the DOJ is alleging. What do we know about the couple?
Yeah, well, clearly they were interested in crypto. I mean, the people that are involved here were they were hiding in plain sight, basically, and were talking about crypto and giving presentations, talking about social engineering. I mean, they were apparently living a pretty decent life in the past few years. You know, they had gotten some of the money out into gold, into gift cards, but clearly they didn't get it all out because DOJ seized some. But they definitely seem like a pretty colorful couple here.
Who were popular on social media now under arrest and charged with conspiracy to launder $4.5 billion in stolen Bitcoin. The Department of Justice seized $3.6 billion of those funds. This is the largest financial seizure ever. The stolen Bitcoin is tied to a 2016 hack of digital currency exchange Bitfinex. Joining me right now is Zipperman Compliance Services founding principal, Todd Zipperman. And Todd, it's great to have you this morning to talk about this. What do you make of this story?
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. I mean, I think it's sort of a counter story to what's going on in the House right now. A lot of concerns about cryptocurrency security and trading, et cetera. I think this shows just the opposite. Look, the law enforcement were able to track these people down, and they actually said part of the reason was the blockchain is there, lives forever. It's a great record, and it shows that maybe cryptocurrency is not the Wild West that some people portray it as.
Last question. Bitcoin smells like a commodity. It looks like a commodity. It tastes like a commodity. Is Bitcoin a commodity?
Per a Eastern District of New York Federal District Court ruling in 2018, it is a commodity.
Thank you. I yield back.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends. So therefore, we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.